Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Dorit Kemsley admits being on reality TV has complicated her marital split from Paul PK Kemsley. But make no mistake, she has zero regrets about speaking her truth or sharing her story with the world. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast member tackled the topic during a recent sit-down with Interview magazine, explaining how her life in the public eye has affected her relationship with PK. Dorit insisted she and her estranged husband were very amicable and friendly following their decision to separate, but that all changed once ROBA season 14 rolled around. "It's actually caused a lot of issues," she said. "When the show first aired, we filmed 7-8 months before that, so it's really difficult when you're in the present moment to think where you were 8 months ago, right? That's the difficulty about filming the show and then watching it." Dorit said season 14 brought back uncomfortable emotions for her and PK, which made it difficult to maintain a friendly dynamic. She claimed PK, who she married in 2015, had an especially hard time reliving their disputes via TV, as he assumed the viewers would be more sympathetic to his position. "I think that PK struggled with watching some episodes," Dorit revealed. "He knew going into the season I had to live in truth and be able to share because that's my job and that's what I signed up to do. And it's actually something that PK, out of all people, is very comfortable with. I think that watching it and seeing some of the audience's responses, he assumed that he would come out victorious." Dorit said PK was convinced he'd have more viewer support as season 14 played out, and when that didn't happen, they experienced a lot of issues and friction. "That's unfortunate because I've really tried hard to say, PK, let's stay in the present moment," she said. "Because regardless of work, regardless of whether we end up getting divorced or whether we reconcile, it's incredibly important that we have peace and a relationship, because we have 2 children and there's no reason in the world for us not to." Dorit has repeatedly described PK as a good father, but claimed he was not sufficiently hands-on with their children, 9-year-old daughter Phoenix Kemsley and 11-year-old son Jagger Kemsley. And although her comments on PK's parenting weren't entirely complimentary, Dorit insisted she doesn't look at PK as her enemy. "He knows what I signed up to do, and he's been a big supporter of it," she said about her years-long run on ROBA. "In fact, it was him that pushed me to do the show 8 years ago. He was very encouraging of it and supportive and even said, 'Listen, you should feel very free to be open and honest and truthful. So I think that sometimes be careful what you wish for.' But by no means was I out to get him or expose him." Dorit Kemsley has never been one to shy away from the spotlight, but in recent months, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star has found herself in the middle of a very different kind of drama, her highly publicized split from husband Paul PK Kemsley. After years of speculation about the state of their marriage, the couple confirmed their separation in a joint statement, leaving fans stunned and eager to know more. In an exclusive interview, Dorit gets candid about what led to their decision, how she's navigating life as a single mother, and what she's learned about herself in the process. "People always assume they know what's going on in someone else's marriage because of what they see on TV or social media," she says. "But the truth is, marriage is complicated, and sometimes, even when you love someone, things don't work out the way you planned." Dorit recalls the moment she knew that her marriage to PK was no longer sustainable. "We had been trying to make it work for a long time," she admits. "You tell yourself, this is just a rough patch, or every couple has ups and downs. But at some point, you have to be honest with yourself about whether you're happy." She pauses before adding, "I used to joke about having more independence, about wanting space, about wondering what life would be like on my own. And now that I have it, I've realized, be careful what you wish for." The reality of separation, she explains, is far more difficult than she ever imagined. While she and PK remain committed to co-parenting their 2 children, Jagger and Phoenix, the transition hasn't been easy. "There are nights when I feel really strong, and then there are nights when I just cry. I didn't expect the loneliness to hit me the way it has," she confesses. "It's one thing to have issues in a marriage, but it's another to not have that person there at all." Adjusting to life without PK has come with its fair share of challenges. Dorit, who has built a successful career as a fashion designer and reality TV star, says she's had to relearn what it means to stand on her own. "PK has always been my biggest supporter in business and in life. Even when things were tough between us, I always knew he had my back. Now she's learning to make decisions without consulting him, to lean on friends in ways she never had to before, and to rediscover parts of herself that had been overshadowed by her marriage. I've realized how much of my identity was wrapped up in being P's wife. I loved that role, but now I have to figure out who I am outside of it. The couple's split has also played out in the public eye, making an already painful process even more difficult. I knew people would have opinions. That comes with the territory. But some of the speculation has been really hurtful, Dorit says. People saying I was only with PK for the money, or that I was waiting for an opportunity to leave. It's just not true. I loved him deeply, and I still do. But love isn't always enough. Despite the heartache, Dorit remains optimistic about the future. She's throwing herself into work, focusing on her children, and prioritizing her well-being in ways she never did before. I spent so much time trying to make our marriage work that I neglected myself. Now I'm making time for therapy, for exercise, for things that bring me joy. She's also embracing the idea that this could be a new beginning. I don't know what the future holds. Maybe PK and I will find our way back to each other, or maybe this is the start of something completely new. Either way, I'm choosing to see this as an opportunity to grow. For now, she's taking things one day at a time. I have moments where I wondered if we made the right decision. But then I remind myself that nothing is set in stone. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes the things that feel like the end are really just the beginning. As our conversation comes to a close, Dorit smiles, though her eyes still hold a trace of sadness. I wouldn't change my time with PK for anything. He was my partner, my best friend, the father of my children. But right now, we're on different paths. And maybe, just maybe, that's okay. Dorit Kemsley, known for her lavish lifestyle and signature accent shifts on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, is stepping into a new chapter of her life, one she never quite imagined for herself. In an exclusive interview, she opens up about her split from husband Paul PK Kemsley, offering a raw and unfiltered look at the unraveling of their once glamorous marriage. Sitting in the sun-drenched living room of her Los Angeles home, Dorit looks as impeccably styled as ever, though there's a wake behind her perfectly lined eyes. I used to say I wanted more independence, she confesses, sipping from a delicate porcelain teacup. But be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. For years, fans watched the ups and downs of Dorit and PK's marriage play out on RHOB8. Their dynamic was one of playful banter, lavish spending, and, at times, underlying tension. PK's financial troubles, rumors of legal issues, and Dorit's growing sense of autonomy created an undercurrent of strain that even their most devoted supporters could sense. We had a beautiful life together, she continues, her voice softer now. We built something really special, a family, a home. But somewhere along the way, we stopped speaking the same language. I don't mean that literally, though God knows, our accents have always been a topic of discussion. But emotionally, we lost our rhythm. Though Dorit and PK always projected a united front, whispers of trouble in paradise began surfacing over the past year. Fans noticed a shift in their social media presence. Fewer photos together, less engagement in each other's posts. Dorit, known for her extravagant declarations of love, had grown noticeably more reserved in her captions when mentioning her husband. When you're in the public eye, everything feels magnified, she admits. A simple absence of a post can turn into a headline. But truthfully, the distance between us had been growing long before anyone else noticed. Sources close to the couple revealed that the pandemic was a turning point. While many couples were forced to confront issues they had been avoiding, for Dorit and PK, the lockdown only magnified their differences. We were forced to slow down, and when we did, we realized we weren't running in the same direction anymore, she explains. I think, for a while, we both believed we could find our way back, but sometimes love isn't enough.